so many people that are, doing so well, but they feel like fear and shame that they've got. It's almost like this backdoor secret that they have these things that they don't want to tell anyone about. So, that was always really interesting. It also helped, that's what shaped me going into naturopathic medicine. But it also, as a practitioner, helped, remove that fear around prescribing, because I'm like, I've seen it my whole life. I've only really seen, the benefits. So that's what we're here to talk about. And there is a gap, right? So you guys, I'm sure everyone here is kind of leading the charge when it comes to getting the information on hormones, on menopause. You guys are listening to the podcast, you're getting educated, you're understanding, you're gathering all this knowledge, and then you go see someone and they're like, I don't know, I don't do menopause. So, and you're like, but no, there's so much stuff out there, there's so much information. How do I translate that to my care? And maybe you get a prescription. So sometimes maybe you'll even be like, okay, your doctor's like, okay, great. You want hormones? Here's hormones. And then you're like, but I think I need more support though. I think I need to know how to use these. Or like, when do I stop? How long should I be on them? Is the dose okay? Do I need to check? Like, do I need to check this more? So there's a gap. So there's information out there, great information. Women are like, there's megaphones out there, people talking about women's health and hormones. There is a gap in how it's being translated into care. And that's what we're here to talk about. That's what NutriChem does. It's what we've been doing for years. It's bridging that gap, translating what you're hearing, taking time to listen to women, to understand, to walk you through what it's going to look like, what your journey should look like. So today we're going to go through that. And a really big point I want to talk about today is that hormone therapy is a tool. It's not the goal. The goal is not hormones. The goal is to thrive and feel good and support yourself. And there's many different tools you can use. We talked about nutrition, diet, lifestyle. So the hormones are not the means, they're a tool. And I'm going to say this a lot of times because sometimes I think we forget that. It's not like, oh, let's get you hormones and then goodbye, it's over, everything is solved. That's not how it works. So we'll keep going. And it's important when we think about tools, like tools do different things, like there's things that amplify, that magnify, there's fine tuning. So depending on what tool you use, first you need to know, what are you trying to accomplish with the tool? How strong of a tool do you need? It should be relative to the impact that your life has. So, diet, nutrition, these are tools. Strength act training, this is a tool. Gentle, there's ways we can layer on stronger things. So hormones are a stronger tool that can have a way bigger impact. They can be more significant, it can work quicker, but again, it's a tool. And the journey. So we're going to spend quite a bit of, I'm going to spend a decent amount of time today talking about the journey, the hormone transitional journey, because we don't talk about this enough. When we talk about hormones, we're like, okay, great. I guess it's 1 year post-menopause. Maybe I start hormones. That's not how it works. We talk about, this is what happens when we start our periods. This is what's going to happen in pregnancy. And then it's kind of like, I don't know, maybe it'll just stop. What does that look like? It's a transitional time. It's not like a black and white, okay, here's your badge of honor, a year without a period. Now we move on to the next phase. That's not how our bodies work. So we're going to get into the journey. And again, this journey is a neuroendocrine transition. It is not just the absence of periods. This is not a discussion on, let's talk about when your period stops. There is a complete shift in the signaling from your brain to your ovaries, which impact every system in your body. And there's stages to it. So there's multiple stages. So it starts, we say late reproductive, in terms of as kind of your cycle, maybe postpartum or not, you're still having a cycle, very, very early symptoms start, then you translate into early peri, late peri, early menopause, late menopause. That's how we're going to talk about it today. So this is a very, very, very